To successfully lose weight, it's so much more than just a restrictive diet. There's several aspects in your life that have to shift, shall we say. And so I want to share with you 3 must-learn lessons from one of my clients that lost over 100 pounds, which is about 45 kilos, and they did it in a sustainable way. My name is Joe, I'm a dietitian, and I run one of the largest online dietitian companies. We specifically focus on gut health and inflammatory issues, but we also, of course, help with weight goals. So this video is for you if you have a weight loss goal, whether it's big or small, but you've had it for a long time. Perhaps your weight seems to go up each year and finally you've sort of noticed it and thought, what the heck? These 3 lessons, like if you don't learn them, nothing is going to change for you. So I'm excited for you to watch this. I also have a free guide at the end to help you get started if you want to learn more about what I'm going to talk about in this video. Now, just to clarify, of course, if you want to lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. You have to burn more calories than you consume, basically. There's no arguing with that. That is just human physiology. So we know that, right? What makes weight loss hard, though? It's not that. People get that. It's that you need to be in a calorie deficit consistently for typically a long period of time, especially like if we're talking about my client who lost 100 pounds, it doesn't happen in a few weeks. You're looking at a year and more than that. So the hard part, right, is being in the calorie deficit and all the things required to make that happen consistently for a long period of time. And so that brings me to lesson number 1. You have to be selfish. You have to be selfish. How do you expect to get to your goals, your priorities, if you are always prioritizing the wants and needs of others? Where are you going to find the time when you're spending all your time doing what someone else wants you to do? This is a trap a lot of people I speak with fall into. Think about like on an airplane. You know, when they talk about the oxygen mask and the emergency procedure before you fly, they say if the masks drop down, you must put your own mask on first before you help others, before you assist others. Because even though you feel responsible for the others, and to an extent you are, you cannot care for them unless you have taken care of yourself first. So even though you think you're doing them a favor by always putting them first and really putting you and your needs second, you're actually doing them a disservice, because it gets to the point where you can no longer assist them or help them or inspire them or be a role model for them because you've never put yourself first. So as an example, this client I'm referring to, she used to work a lot. Her boss would always tell her to ask her to stay longer. And she used to work later, and of course that affected choices going into the evening. She had to learn to say no. To say, no, I'm not staying back. I'm going home because I need time for me. Because when you say yes to something, you're always saying no to something else. There is always an opportunity cost. When you say yes to doing this for this person, you're saying no to going home, doing something intentional for your health goals, for example. And so the good thing is, on the flip side, when you say no to something, if she says, no, I'm not staying back after work, she's saying yes to the opportunity to do something for her health and fitness goals or her family goals, whatever it is. In this case, it was health. So she started putting herself first, making decisions that represented that or that fulfilled that. And if she had not done so, she would definitely have not made the progress she did. Number 2, you have to make things non-negotiable. You have to make some things non-negotiable, okay? Let's say you need to pick up your kids after school. You will always do that. You will make time for that. You will leave meetings early. You will create your schedule around that, because that is a non-negotiable. And so you need to do this with certain aspects that you know are in line with your health or your fitness goals. Let's just use going to the gym as a simple example, being physically active. If I'm going to go 4 times a week, like it's in my calendar, it's non-negotiable. Okay, because we all do it. We all make time for things that are important to us. I want to watch my favorite team play every week. I'm a fan on TV. I will make time for that. I very rarely miss a game throughout the year, every year. Like, it is a non-negotiable. It's important to me. You need to have that same attitude with your goals, with these different aspects that will help you get to your goal. So if it's going to the gym, like, if it's cold, it doesn't matter. That's an excuse. It's non-negotiable. When you start to turn up anyway, you start to build discipline, and it becomes easier and easier. And this is where she really found the benefit, because she started to build her discipline. And if you have a big weight loss goal, or just a weight loss goal that you know will take you quite some time, it might also be a small weight loss goal, but it's going to take time. You have to build discipline. You can't rely on motivation and willpower. Remember, motivation helps you do something when you feel like doing it, right? Oh, I want to start this new fitness journey. Oh, I want to go and invest in cryptocurrency, things like that, and learn about that. I feel motivated to do that. Motivation, helps you do something when you feel like doing it. Discipline helps you to do something when you don't. And that's the key. It helps you to show up to the gym when you don't feel like doing it. It helps you to think about your week and plan your meals when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is what helps you lose 100 pounds, not motivation. And so to learn and practice discipline, you have to first become non-negotiable with certain aspects and habits that are important for you to reach your goal. Last one, number 3. You have to stop dieting, being in that mindset. Low carb, ketogenic, paleo, Whole30, intermittent fasting, whatever's next. They are the same thing. They're just two things, and they're all the same. They are creating a calorie deficit so that you lose weight, and they are not sustainable in the long run. These are the two things they have in common. They do create a calorie deficit so you can lose weight whilst you're adhering to them, but they are not sustainable in the long run, and hence why people fall off. You cannot restrict carbs your entire life. You just can't. You can try to change my mind in the comments if you feel passionately about it. You can't restrict your carbs your entire life and be happy about it and enjoy yourself. And the sooner you acknowledge that fact, then the sooner we can implement this lesson. So my client, she had tried every diet under the sun, some of them multiple times, Weight Watchers many times, etc. Since school, unfortunately, since school. And what worked for her was that she only had foods in the house that aligned with her goals, which, yes, required some planning and instruction. She did have treats at home. We just portioned them or put them we'd portion them in ways where she wasn't going to overeat those and sabotage her progress. And we were able to do that for a long period of time. And she learned the discipline, built new habits, got to her goal, and remains there. I know it's not sexy. That approach does not sound sexy at all. It sounds super boring. But you know what? It's a lot better than following your keto diet, failing at that many times, feeling guilty and feeling like you're worthless because you fail so many times. I hate that. You don't deserve that, and you don't have to live that way. You don't need to do that to get to your goal. Now, of course, my client also had accountability, very powerful, another piece of the puzzle. She had accountability and she had professional support. So for me, I really helped her not only with what to do. For her, she had specific medical issues as well, particularly digestive. So we did that as well. We helped with the relationship with food and not using food as a tool to deal with emotions. Some people, it ends up being some form of binge eating or something like that. So she had these other aspects in place as well. But those were the three key lessons she learned. So I hope that was useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Please give it a thumb up or a heart if you found this useful. And the last thing is I do have a free guide for you. It's a weight loss guide. It starts with 50 tips, okay? But it's like things that really build on what I said here. If you want that, just comment 50 tips below, comment that and I can send it to you. Or you can, alternatively, you can direct message me 50 tips and I can send it to you there.